Hello everyone, Trick is the name, and this is my weekly news recap for the week. Okay, sorry guys. If my voice sounds a little raspy, I've been talking all day today, so I do apologize. Earlier, I did actually a Nintendo Direct reaction with some fans, and actually it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. And also I did my Genshin stream that I normally do on Wednesday. So by the time you see this, it'll be Friday, but I'm actually recording all on the same day. It just makes my job a little bit easier, but I do apologize. My voice is a little raspy. But let's get right into the news where let's just go right into Nintendo Direct, because they actually announced a lot of really cool games that actually come out. I was really surprised of the things they did announce, and it seems pretty interesting of some of the games that will be coming out. Like one of the biggest ones is like the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword remake that's been coming out. Actually looks really cool. I like the fact that you actually have a way that you don't actually have to worry about using the motion controls. You can actually just use the analog stick just to cut normally. I do think that's actually really awesome. It's one of the reasons why I didn't get into it in the first place, is because I actually didn't like the motion controls for it. I don't like to go home after long days of work and just try and start moving things, that's not the kind of gamer I'm in. So I actually am very happy to see that they're going to be doing kind of like a non-motion control combat system for Skyward Sword. I think that's really good. You can still do the motion controls if you want, but I like that you get the choice for the both. There's some other games actually coming out that actually looks really cool. Like I'm looking forward to Samurai Warriors 5. That looks really cool. Really cool one I'm actually looking forward to is Project's Triangle Strategy. That one looks really cool. It has like mix between Octopath Traveler and Witcher, which I'm actually super excited about. Now, it doesn't seem like it's going to be coming out until next year, so I'm kind of bummed that I won't be able to see it this year, but you know what? This is kind of cool. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. So, there's some other things like No More Heroes 3 is getting released later this year. There's the Detective Club that looks pretty interesting, like the visual novel kind of style to it that actually goes for. Miitopia is coming towards it. I think this is really cool because I think Miitopia for 3DS was really fun, so to see it on Switch is going to be really fun. And Hades is getting a physical release, so that actually looks really cool that it's actually getting a physical release. It's cool to see indie games get really popular enough to finally get their own physical release. It shows that they actually did very well, and I like to see them being supported a lot more often. But I would say the biggest thing that was announced for Nintendo Direct, in my opinion, other than like Splatoon 3 that actually is getting announced, so it's probably going to be coming out next year, probably, we'll see, but that is the new DLC characters to Super Smash Bros. I don't think anyone predicted at all that Paimon's not in Smash. That'd be very crazy. Pyra and Mithra from the Xenoblade Chronicles series is now getting into Smash, and they would be the only really cool, unique characters. Again, I don't think anyone predicted that this was going to be a thing. There might be some people out there that have been like, oh, wow, this would be really cool if these characters got in. I don't know. It'd be really cool. It was just, like, I don't think Rex could get in, but if Rex gets in, it'd be kind of cool. It's like stuff like that. People just like rambling on, like, oh yeah, these guys could get in, but nothing really concrete. I don't think anyone really guessed these characters can get it, and they look really cool. They look very flashy, they look very technical, so I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to see some people do some really cool like combos with them. But the internet is kind of blowing up a little bit by saying, yay, Smash gets another anime sword fighter, but not just an anime sword fighter, a waifu anime sword fighter. People are actually really like the look of Pyra and Mithra kind of characters. I think that's really cool. Even if they don't even know what Xenoblade is, they actually still love the design of the characters, which, yeah, no, 100%. Very nice characters for all the right reasons. Yeah, people are totally just looking forward to playing those characters, definitely. But what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the upcoming Pyra and Mithra characters that are coming out? Or do you think we had enough anime sword fighters and you're super disappointed? And who did you want to get into Super Smash Bros? Let's see some DLC predictions down in the comments that you guys want to see. Or just wait until Sunday when we actually going to do our Smash stream, where we'll be doing more kind of talk about the predictions. I'm totally down for it, but what do you guys think? Cool. Another news that I want to talk about is apparently they showed off a really cool trailer for Black Myth, the Wukong story. It looks really cool. A lot of people are actually starting to get like really excited for this game. It looks really good, and a lot of people are talking about it being like the next gen kind of game. So if you want to get a next gen system, this is the game to play for it. It looks really good in my opinion, but I will definitely say that I am kind of still holding back my excitement for it, mostly because I just want to see more of the gameplay. Yeah, we saw some really cool combat, and it does look like it has like a Dark Souls Sekiro kind of combat with it, with a lot of cool boss fights and interesting unlocking weapons, moves, and enemies. But I want to see more of it. You know, I kind of like. My guess of what I think it's going to be like is that it's not going to be like 100% like Dark Souls, where it's a giant open world niche kind of situation where you actually go and fight all these small places, small enemies, some traps, you know, like you explore the world and you have some mini bosses and some big bosses near the end. I think this game is going to be more like a small world where you go from mini boss to mini boss to mini boss to mini boss and then big boss. You know, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that exploration kind of style. I think this is going to be pretty linear. Like, don't get me wrong, this is going to be a lot of fun, a lot of really cool elements to it, but it just seems like they haven't really showed us too much, which makes sense. They just want to show us the combat and all the cool things about it. But I'm going to wait until I throw my hat in the ring if I can see more information about it. If it is going to be like a nice open world exploration kind of style, then I'll be totally down. Again, open world-ish, you know, just open big map kind of situation. That's what I mean. But what do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the Black Myth kind of game coming out? Does it look really cool, or it doesn't look like just like another copy of a Dark Souls game where it just, you know, it's like meh to you? What do you guys think? Other news I want to talk about is Cyberpunk got hacked. I feel really bad for Cyberpunk lately. Like, I even know like they did mess up on a really hyped game, but I don't really blame the developers. I blame like a lot of other kind of people. It seems like there's a lot of things that's happening to them lately, and I feel really bad for them. It seems like one hand they're getting sued by companies because of a bad release. You know, they're losing sales because of the bad release, and now their source code is being stolen and being sold on the black web. Ooh, black web. I definitely say that like there is probably a black web. A lot of people say it's not. I don't know. The internet is big enough that like there's probably a lot of things that's going on that we don't know about, and internet and technology is so advanced that like there's a lot of things I don't understand. So I could understand why there would be a black web, but apparently on the black web they've been selling like codes for Cyberpunk and Witcher for millions of dollars, and people already been announcing that, yeah, no, I got my copy, or yeah, I can infer that like millions of copies have been sold of Cyberpunk, which, dang, I feel bad, but wonder if they're gonna use those codes just to like sell like black market copies, or they might actually use it just to fix the game. I don't know. I feel like if it's anything black market kind of deal, it's definitely going to be more for like the darker side of thing, you know, black web kind of situation. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that it's going to be pretty bad for Cyberpunk and like Witcher and Siege Party Red? All these like source codes to be stolen? Is these rumors true? Like, it doesn't seem like it's rumors, but it is black web, the dark web, the deep web, or whatever you want to call it. And whenever people talk about those kind of stuff, people are kind of like, on. But if millions of dollars are being thrown around for these source codes, there could be some credibility with it. So what do you guys think? The last thing I want to talk about is the E3 showcase that's be happening later this year. Apparently it is going to be a thing, and it's going to be digital. Now, I am okay with E3. Like, it's not the biggest deal. Like, it used to be a huge event. It's something really massive that we actually look forward to. It's like when you're a gamer, E3 was the big gaming event that you really look forward to because it talks about all these really cool, awesome stuff. But now, after a while, it just seems like it's just like a trailer reel. Like, there's nothing really goes on. Even like big companies like Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony don't really interact too much with it. Well, Microsoft kind of likes to do it because they kind of see that Sony and Nintendo doesn't really interact with it, so they like think that it's like the whole show just to themselves. So I guess Microsoft kind of likes it, but it just doesn't seem very interesting to me anymore because we get these like tidbits of like news and trailers all the time now showed off to us, and a lot of these are just like paid ads that show off the games. Doesn't really show us too much on it. So I don't know, it doesn't look like it's gonna be that crazy. I'm still going to show it off. I might even do a reaction for it, so stay tuned for some of those kind of stuff. I'm definitely looking forward to it in that kind of sense, but definitely not as big as when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid, it was a huge event. Now it's just like, oh hey, what's the next game's coming out? Kind of cool. Be cool to see if Microsoft shows off some games. You know, I would love to see a cool Fable game coming back out because I love Fable. So to see something like that coming out, that will be coming out this year. I'll be very happy if it did. But it'd be kind of cool to see some upcoming games. You know, we're probably going to talk about Halo Infinite, and it's probably going to be coming out at the end of this year. Show more stuff like that. Hopefully, fans don't burn it to the ground from how bad quality is. I don't know, it didn't look too bad for me for the trailer when I watched it, but I don't know. I'll see how it goes. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that E3 is going to be pretty lackluster this year, or there's going to be some really pretty big games coming out and it's going to get massively popular like it used to do back in the day? And also, just with the digital event that's going on, like, are you guys missing out on all your events that you used to go to? Like, because of the pandemic, and it's probably gonna keep going on for at least the rest of this year. I know a lot of people are getting vaccines right now, so people are starting getting like better, but it's still kind of big. You know, there's a like update on like the virus where it mutated, so it might be worse than before. Or might even go around some of the vaccines, but it just seems like more and more companies are still holding off on any big house events people do group gatherings for. Like, I used to go to the Anime Expo all the time, each and every year, and I wasn't able to go last year, and it doesn't seem like I'm going to be able to go this year. I do want to go to one of those because I think it's just a lot of fun, and that might actually be a really good time to actually meet up with you guys, so you guys can all meet up with me in person. And I don't mind meeting up with some fans. That'd be great. I'd be so looking forward to meeting up with you guys for like a really big event, and Anime Expo definitely would be one of those kind of events. But I am kind of missing out on some of those big events, but I understand why we can't have them. We need to get this pandemic under control, so big house events would definitely not help out. But do you guys miss some of these big events? And what kind of events did you used to go to, but then couldn't because of the situation going on? I'd like to hear in the comments below. It'd be kind of cool. Cool, that's going to wrap it up for me today. Not too much going on in the news that we can really talk about. It seems like it's pretty lackluster. Like, the Nintendo Direct is probably the biggest thing that goes on to it. And they did show off some really cool games, so I'm looking forward to that. I think the most fun I had was actually doing a live reaction of the Nintendo Direct with you guys and answering questions and getting a cool idea and maybe some predictions that we wrote down. It was actually really fun. I want to do more of these. So on the 27th, there's going to be a Pokemon announcement that's probably going to talk about a couple of cool things. So let's do a reaction to that too. So join me while I do a stream on the reaction of that game. Hopefully I can get a day off, so we'll see how that goes. But let's do some predictions right now just to get it, and I want to see your predictions in the comments below. But I think, one, no mainline game, no big Pokemon mainline 6th gen kind of situation. I doubt they're going to announce something this soon. They probably do more remakes, so I'll probably see remakes of like Ruby, Diamond, Pearl, XY, you know, stuff like that. We'll probably see some remakes of some of those games, or maybe all those games, and we'll probably see some more for Pokemon Snap. That's my guess. Maybe some apps, some more microtransactions for Pokemon Go, simple stuff like that. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think that's going to be on the new predictions? And I'm definitely looking forward to hearing that. And also, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys come by and check out my next week's video where I talk about the rest of the gaming news that happened next week's. So definitely look forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing some responses from you. And yeah, hope you guys have yourself a nice day. Bye.